You know, Milo isn't the only one complaining about you. Mike Wallinger said you never sent him those upgrades.
I did.
Then why didn't he receive them?
Probably because he didn't look in the repository. That's where they go. That's where I put them. Not the problem, Chloe. Mike, Milo, practically everyone in this place, they're forgetting to use their frontal lobes because they're stressed out from the attacks.
Yeah, people are stressed out, so why don't you make their lives easier?
I'm not a stress counselor. I'm an analyst and a professional. If that's not good enough, they can find somebody else.
Okay, fine, Morris. You know, you've been here 20 months. You think you would learn to be a little bit nicer to people.
This is only turning you on, isn't it?
Get away from me.
Okay, fine. I'll pamper the idiots, but only for you.
What does that mean?
It means that life wouldn't be worth living if I couldn't sexually harass you during normal working hours.
That is really unprofessional.
I know. I have lots more.
Why don't you wait until the alert level ticks down a couple notches, okay?
Well, this president can't shake the feeling that sacrificing Jack Bauer is a mistake. That maybe I should call this whole thing off before it's too late.
No, we're not making a mistake.
But how do you know that, Don? I mean, how do any of us know for sure that this man Fayed isn't playing us for fools?
Fayed may be deceiving us, but in the logic of this current engagement, that possibility is an acceptable risk.
You know something, Tom? I wish just once you would give me a little something more than a cold analysis of the current engagement.
You know, if you need consolation, you've got a dozen people on staff who can provide just that. But I assume I'm in this room for other reasons.
I don't need your consolation, but I certainly don't need your sarcasm either. I just need a break.
Well, for what it's worth, your brother would be doing just the same thing.
That doesn't make it right.
It isn't right. It isn't wrong. It's simply our only option.
We are American citizens. I was born in this country. My father is innocent. You can't do this. He's innocent.
Enough, Ahmed. Please. It will be all right. I will go with these men if that is what they want.
But you haven't done anything. They have no right to do this.
I will be fine. The sooner we let them do what they need to do, the sooner they will realize this is a mistake.
Sir, there's a phone call for you.
Jack, give me your location. I'll send a unit to pick you up.
Bill, killing Assad is a mistake. Right now, he's your only chance of finding Fayed.
It's the president's call, Jack. But we'll do all we can when you get back to CTU.
That'll be too late.
Jack, tell me where you are.
There is such a thing as too much freedom. I went to college in your country for 3 years. I left before I could get the degree. I just couldn't stand it anymore. Your country is fundamentally corrupt, and your people, they disgust me.
Doesn't mean they deserve to die.
For some, death is the best thing.
I'm sure Fayed would agree with you.
Fayed. We have different methods now. But we share the same goal, to create a world dedicated to something higher than all of this. And that world will come. It's just a matter of time.
Counselor, unless you can present a more compelling argument, I'm going to instruct the jury to exclude the witness's testimony.
Judge, I need to talk to you.
Miss Palmer, I'm in conference. We're in the middle of a trial.
I need to talk to you now.
Gentlemen, would you excuse us a moment, please?
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Look, Frank, I'm sorry, but I have a client that's being held at the Anacostia detention facility without charges, and I know for a fact he's innocent. I need a writ of habeas corpus.
You'll need filings, oral arguments.
Bull, just take the form and fill in the names.
Why don't you call the White House? You're the president's sister, for God's sakes.
I need the writ now.
Sandra, please. If I order this man released, and it turns out he has some kind of terrorist connection, my career is over.
If I tell what I know about the Lombardi case, your career will be over even sooner.
Great work today.
Good, then you don't need me anymore.
Look, I understand how you feel.
No, you don't.
No. You're right. I can't. I can only guess at what you've been through the last 2 years, and then to come back to what's happened today.
This has nothing to do with the last 2 years. This has nothing to do with today.
Tell me where you are, Jack. I'll send a car for you. We'll talk.
I didn't have to shoot Curtis, Bill.
Jack.
I made a choice. The truth is, we always have a choice.
Jack.
I'm done.
Mr. President, given the current situation, we've decided to move you down to the bunker.
Dan, I really do not like the idea of going off somewhere to hide. One of the only things we can do right now is to demonstrate by example that fear has not infected the White House.
With all due respect, sir, the people also want to know that you're safe.
I agree, Mr. President. Now, everything you need is down in that bunker.
What about my family? I never should have engaged with this man, Fayed.
No one blames you, sir.
Tom, I really don't care if I really don't. I was wrong. And I cannot make things right until those 4 nuclear weapons are recovered and Fayed is captured or killed.
I'll call back to CTU and see what leads they're working.
Good.
What's wrong?
People I know keep dying.
You mean Curtis, yeah? Look, that was a nasty bit of business, but Curtis didn't leave Jack much choice, did he?
Okay, Buchanan's bringing Assad in now. We ready?
No. Wiring a video camera is complicated. I'll need at least an hour.
Morris, shut up! This is an important interrogation. Just answer the question.
We're ready.
Good.
Why do you provoke him?
I haven't a clue, actually.
Mr. Buchanan, with Milo in the field, I could really use a couple of extra hands. I want Morris to help me compile the assault vectors.
Morris has been through a terrible ordeal. If you can't do it alone, pull Nadia off satellite tracking.
But Morris wrote the vector protocols. He can do it faster than anyone, including Nadia.
Okay. But if he has any trouble, you need to tell me.
Okay, thanks.
Can I get you anything?
Yeah. A fine Irish whiskey would be nice.
You don't want to watch this.
Kind of makes me feel like I'm not the only one who's having a really bad day.
Things will be better tomorrow.
How can they get any worse?
You know, Josh, your father was very proud of you. He used to tell me how blessed he felt, knowing everything that he was working so hard to build would be left in such good hands.
Do we really have to talk about this right now, Grandpa?
No, of course not.
I just want to call my mom.
You won't be able to reach her.
How come?
It's just an assumption, based on what she told me at CTU. I haven't talked to her since then.
No, thank you, Mr. Prime Minister. I'm grateful for your support. And I can assure you, sir, that my country won't soon forget it. 30 minutes after you go on the air, the Prime Minister will issue a statement. He's going to back you up.
I'm surprised he agreed, Mr. President. The Prime Minister is a stubborn man.
I just helped him understand what's at stake. Because if this doesn't help us track down those nukes, I'm afraid what's next is an escalation between our two countries that could result in World War III. Yes. All right, put him through. I need the room.
Of course.
Go ahead, Jack.
Yes, sir. I'll have my people standing by till we hear from you.
Nadia wants you to review these specs from the NSA. We need to widen our server capacity since Assad's public address will generate more leads than we can handle.
Assad won't be making a public address, Chloe. He's dead.
What? How?
According to Secret Service, he carried out some kind of suicide attack against President Palmer. The president's alive. He was wounded, but he survived.
You mean Assad's whole peace initiative was just a ruse to get inside the White House and kill the president?
That's what it looks like.
Has there been any change?
The agent is still holding Markov inside and says he will kill him if we enter.
This agent believes the consul has information that he needs. He will not hurt him.
How do you want me to proceed, sir?
Move in. But I want the American alive. I want to find out everything he knows.
Yes, Mr. President. I need to know what's going on inside.
We can get the feed from the security camera.
Good, do it.
Mr. President, you know Markov. You're aware of his ultra-nationalist views. The Americans may be right about him conspiring with Gridenko.
The consulate is sovereign territory, Gregor. Are you suggesting I simply ignore what they have done?
No, sir, but if Markov is involved and what he knows will prevent further nuclear attacks, we will bear some responsibility for what happens next.
I assure you, Mr. President, there's not one shred of truth in these allegations. They're not only blameless, but a national insult.
I am still troubled.
By what, sir?
The Americans' motivation. They have no reason to have fabricated this story.
Respectfully, I disagree, sir. The Americans are under siege from a stateless enemy. They need to blame someone.
And they chose Russia.
We are a sovereign state. We can be object for their retaliation. And we both know vulnerability of our military. I should remind you, sir, that Charles Logan is the source of these allegations.
All right. I will take you at your word, Anatoly. But if anything arises to corroborate these accusations, there will be serious consequences.
I understand, Mr. President.
The prisoner convinced Stovich to call CTU and give them Gridenko's location. I terminated Stovich before he could make the call.
You must make it look as if he killed Stovich trying to escape. You are left with no choice but to shoot and kill America. And do it quickly, before someone discovers Stovich's body.
I will do it now.
Right here, Doctor. This is good.
Mr. President, it's so good to have you back.
Thank you, Karen.
How are you feeling?
Like fate has a very well-developed sense of irony. The Vice President invoked the 25th Amendment, claiming I'm not fit to be president. I mean, I wanted to follow in David's footsteps, but this isn't exactly what I had in mind.
Well, David faced up to it and won. And so will you.
Can I come in?
Tom, now's not a good time.
Sandra, it's okay.
Just want to say how glad I am you're back with us, sir.
Are you really, Tom?
Mr. President, we may have had our policy differences, but I've never wavered in my respect and admiration for you, not for an instant.
But you'd still prefer Noah Daniels as president, right?
Most of the cabinet has arrived. We're in the process of establishing remote connections for those members who aren't, and I'll just call you when we're ready.
Excuse me, Mr. President, I'm going to take this outside. Karen Hayes.
Karen, it's me. Can you talk?
Oh, Bill. It is so crazy around here. It's good to hear your voice.
Yours too. You holding up okay?
I'm trying. Wayne Palmer's regained consciousness, but Daniels is challenging his authority under the 25th Amendment.
So there's going to be a cabinet vote?
Yes, but Daniels is just doing this because he wants to launch that nuclear strike against the Middle East. And with 2 nukes still on our soil, the cabinet might just back him.
Suppose we find the bombs. Would Daniels still want to go through with the strike?
I don't know. What have you got?
Jack just apprehended Gridenko. He's interrogating him now. Our hope is that Gridenko gives up Fayed, and Fayed leads us to the suitcase nukes.
Well, we've got to do better than hope. We have got to get something now. The cabinet's going to vote any minute.
I understand. I should hear from Jack any minute.
Thanks for calling.
Good. Oh, and Karen, have we reached the Vice President?
Yes, he's on his way, sir.
I want to thank both of you for your service to this country. And to me. I don't know what I would have done without the 2 of you today.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Hi, darling. How are you doing?
I'm okay. Is there any change in President Palmer's condition?
No. The doctor's saying that he could be in a coma for a long time.
I'm sorry.
Me too.
Listen, Karen, we have a complication here.
What's going on?
We tried to bring Jackie in, he didn't cooperate.
What are you telling me, Bill?
He got away. He's going ahead with the exchange. The circuit board for Audrey Rain's release.
Bill, Jack has got to be stopped. The component cannot get into the hands of the Chinese. This could destabilize our relationship with Russia, and I am not overstating that.
Doyle is in pursuit. He can't be that far behind Jack. We will find him.
Yeah, well, I hope it's not too late when you do.
I'll keep you updated.
All right. Damn it.
I didn't do anything. It's too cold out there.
Get up. How long have you been living here?
A week?
Anybody else come through here?
No.
I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to go.
I'm sick. Please.
Come here. Take my watch, you can sell it. Please, you have to go. Go.
How long is this gonna take?
About a minute.
Okay, prepare for entry. We don't know if Agent Bauer is armed, but if he is, you may fire preemptively.
Nadia, Jack's not a threat to Audrey or us. Let me go in first and talk him down without incident. Give me your sidearm.
Is Miss Raines in there?
We believe so.
Is she all right?
We'll find out in a moment.
Excuse me, Doctor.
Strike team reports good track. Range to target 45 kilometers.
This strike, are you absolutely certain that the complex will be completely destroyed?
Sir, these aircraft have been outfitted with a heavy stop ordnance package. 4 Sidewinders, 2 AGM-84 Harpoons.
Ethan, I don't need a checklist. Your frank assessment will do.
Mr. Vice President, in less than 6 minutes, that oil platform and everything on it will be so much rubble at the bottom of the Pacific.